Guys, I'm Thomas Bird. This is Kelly Wallace of the General Staff, Warzone Atlanta Faith. Thanks for joining us. I was very lucky to get Kelly to come out. We don't ever get to see him very often play. He's got his custom, so fantastic to have a different kind of army on the stream. I wasn't even going to play today. I was supposed to be running the stuff behind the scenes, but our other player couldn't make it. I filled in playing Dark Angels of all stuff, the new hotness. They're not blue. They're not ultramarine. So I didn't know. Dark Angels. I do. We had a big army of Dark Angels. So it's kind of fun. Memory lane, like pulling out all the guys, blowing the dust off of them. And like, these are cool guys. So I was pretty excited to actually play Dark Angels. But I've been on a losing streak. So I'm like, I've lost the last 3 games on stream. So I'm like, I got to do the new Dark Angels justice. Or I'm going to hear all the comments about how I don't know how to play Dark Angels. And we actually played one practice game. We built it up. And I wanted to showcase kind of Deathwing and Ravenwing, sorry. But when we... those cool detachments that make Terminators OPSEC and Ravenwing OPSEC, you got to look at the fine print. There's a couple details that we kind of missed that didn't really make the list work like it should have. So we kind of retuned the list for today. I went with the all bikes. I definitely want to try an all Terminator build or a heavy Terminator build. Deathwing's fantastic, and we got a lot of cool Deathwing. But against Kelly's army, he's really static foot kind of custodes. He's got some jump pack guys. They're not super mobile. And I'm like a lot of bikes. So my whole kind of thread, this is a lot of objectives. It's hold 2 for 5 points. Really kind of use that against him and use my movement to kind of move out. But what we discovered is as we were placing terrain, I don't know what I was doing. I really don't. I was really focused because we do player place terrain, right? I'm putting the first objective down. I want to get Oath of Moment. I'm going to get in the middle. I need to have it obscured. And I'm really focused on, okay, now I block that center. I need to put some surrounding terrain pieces so that he can't get angles to shoot me while I'm hanging out in the middle. As I'm doing all that, I think I'm being very clever. Kelly's just nonchalantly like putting all the ruins wide open to every objective. And
because I knew what you were going to do with your Dark Angel secondary, and I didn't want a unit that I couldn't see.
Yeah. So if you don't know, the new hotness, Dark Angel is one of their secondaries, and so you can get started about I could take a Marine secondary and a Dark Angel secondary. Just exactly. In the pregame prep, you're like, listen to that guy talk about it. But when we put it down, like that secondary, basically, if you sit on an objective with an objective secured unit for the whole game, you get 15 points. Like the points ratchet up. You have to stay on it for consecutive turns. If you ever with the same unit, right? So it's like again, the wording of it, you have to look real closely at it. The same unit has to sit on the objective the whole time. You pick one objective, and that's your objective. That's your home base. You got to defend that home base. And I'm like, I can't let him get in my base, right? So I look around like there's no safe base. They're all wide open. If he gets to see me, he's going to shoot me to bits. And my OPSEC units are just bikes and just tactical Marines. It's not even like Primaris guys because we pulled these guys right out of the old 5th edition bag, right? So we haven't updated it yet with Primaris guys. So I was like, I hope these guys can make some saves. So really was interesting to see how I could try to make him go a different direction. How he picked Assassinate, so I knew my characters going to be at threat. I had to use the characters to do work. I took all the super friends, right? So I had Azrael, Ezekiel, and Sammael. So fun times for sure. But Kelly, what was your game plan going into it after you knew what we were kind of doing? And then like you got a new customs list. So
it's a little different from what I've been playing. I have been playing a 10 block of Alaris Terminator, Sagittarium, and back in the month. Did some of the math. I think Shield Guardians, even though there are only 3 wounds, there's 4 wounds. I think they're better than an Alaris ability in a big block. So I'm running a block with 3 of those and 7 spear guys, backed up by Trajan and a banner, and 2 units of Venatari, and then a whole bunch of the Sagittariums to down and fetch you from 36 inches away.
Those 36-inch bolters, like you're like, there's no way that guy's in 36. Yeah, he's in range like every time.
And they're assaults. They can advance. They could, they only move 6, but they can still advance and shoot because assault bolters only hit on 3.
Hit on 3s,
yeah. So my plan was very similar to the one we played the practice game. I'm slow. You've got bikes. I have to be very careful because if I don't put enough guys on an objective, those plasma bikes will come take me off the objective. Now I'm down to 2 objectives on a hold 2, hold 3 mission, which happened to me repeatedly. So, and Custodes, unfortunately, with small unit sizes, they're very durable guys. You have one bad turn of dice rolling, and saw it a couple times, and the units are.
Yeah.
So, By turn 3, I was down to, well, I've got about 3 units that can hold objectives. So I need to dig in on my 3. My plan was, to try and shoot as much as possible, maybe try to figure out how to get once you picked your super objective, get a line of sight on it with Sagittariums, and if Sagittariums didn't have to kill something else, try and knock you off, disrupt that super objective.
Yeah. You're kind of getting an eyeball on it. I was really worried. So I was like, it's go time on turn 2. It's go time.
You kept throwing things at me that I couldn't spare the firepower to go after the super objective. I had to shoot the plasma bikes. I had to shoot the bike. First turn, you had the 3 multi-melta attack bikes, which played a huge role. As people go watch the play, because I smoked all 3 of them.
Go watch the video. Like King Tina, I was very confident those bikes were going to live all day long.
Venator.
Last bullet. Got the last.
Venator with the double shoot strategy are no joke.
You got to remember that the 6 explode the first time. You always
I
forget.
didn't even look at the dice. Probably would have got you with something less than the last bullet.
It was definitely dramatic. You got to go watch some crazy dice rolls.
Yeah.
Some fantastic stuff all the way through the end of the game. Great rolling. Any MVPs in your unit? Anything you want to change?
I think the Shield Captain actually did what he's supposed to do this
time.
He
did. That guy was. I was like, I can't deal with that guy.
He got to do a stooping dive. Although you made you planned out this meticulous move. You're going to jump over him and attack these Sagittarians.
I failed my charge.
You're all
like,
you had to reroll, and you're 5 inches away from him, and then you ask, you're like, what secret do you have? And I'm like, stooping dive. You're like,
oh, and so he comes in hot. He gets a fight first. I'm like, somebody else gonna die.
And then you're hot on the 6. I got 1 wound through.
I was like, whew.
And then Sammael tries to kill the 2 Sagittarium that he was going after, and he never landed a single wound.
He kept making the saves, like he could punch through those guys. I'm like, yeah.
Then Sammael ran away and got gunned down. Which left the Shield Captain free to go and disrupt your super objective. He managed to get across the table, charge, killed 4. No, killed 3. Killed 3 of the 5 tactical
dragons were attacking.
Yeah, so I did 5 wounds. Victor of the Blood Games, charging, all that. 5 wounds with the Interceptor Lances, saving on 6s. And he made 3 6-up saves. Dragon's attack. Lost the other 2 guys. Had lost 1 guy to shooting.
Yeah.
Right?
So, I had a leadership. I
He needed not a 6.
I needed not a 6. I rolled a 6.
Dragon
lost
attack.
the guy. So, that cost me my super objective at the end because we had 1 objective security each. And so, I did not control it on the left. But, wow.
So 10 versus 15, I think it was worth it.
Yes. But yeah, so great. So you think you're gonna stick with the guard guys, or are you gonna go back to the
I like him. And
I didn't even shoot at him. I was like,
you killed one shield guy and you wounded 1 shield. So I really like the guy. I mean, you told me when we were going over lists earlier in the week. Inquisitor, I think Ordo Zenus Inquisitor, 65 points.
Dude, you were like
fantastic.
You were always sitting on CP, and that guy kept growing.
I had CP left at the end of the game.
Like customs are always out of CP, and I'm like, how does he have 4 CP left? This doesn't make any sense because he got back 1 every turn because your warlord trait for your boss, you rolled it during your turn.
It's a captain commander for the bike captain.
And then
the
Inquisitor was rolling when I rolled. If he didn't get it on the end, he definitely got it with that Inquisitor. I was like, I gotta get rid of that guy.
I actually started with 7 because of Victor of the Blood Games, and you did some strat on your bikes or you rerolled a save or something. So I started at 7. I went to 8 in my command phase. I started at 9 CP before your turn started, and I had to start looking at defense.
Oh yes. It's kind of demoralizing when your opponent just rolls CP off of you. You're like, it's okay when they roll it on theirs. I'm like, oh great, but when we roll it off of you, you're like, I just gave that to you, right? Because I spent my own CP.
Well, we had that come up in the test game where you come in to try and kill some Sagittarium at the end of the game, and I was out of CP.
You're out,
and you did your Dark Age plasma thing. And I stole the CP and used that to do Grim Result.
And he kept them alive.
Responsibility on these guys.
So frustrating. Dark Age, though. Having the plasma guys go to 3 damage, especially against Custodes with the 3 wounds, they gotta fail some saves, but those guys doing flat 3 damage, that's nasty.
And the plane was surprisingly effective against that gun that only has to win.
You roll wounds, it's just flat 3 more wounds. You could just do 9 more wounds on the squad. Nobody really wants to do that.
Even if you're holding the Custodes version of Transhuman, Arcane Genetic Alchemy. That's still a 50-50 chance for every hit to kill it, to just outright kill anything short of a terminal.
Yeah. It's super. Yeah. Pricey, but I was a little skeptical about the plane, but it actually was good. And then actually got in the backfield, killed some guys as well. But yeah, that's it for this week.
Yeah.
If you've watched this long, thank you very much. Go watch some of our other videos. Like, subscribe, do all those fun things. And join us next week. We'll have to figure out what we're playing, but I think it's going to be some Dark Angels, maybe some
Mystery guess.
We'll have a new guest on to play. Maybe it won't even be me. Maybe it will. Let us know in the comments who you want to play. All right. See you next time. Thanks, guys.
Bye.